Hey everybody, it's John Melby. Welcome to a Saturday, and today we're going to do a little good thing for some people. So after the intro music, stay tuned. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Bye. So here's the deal. Life is like a roller coaster ride, but there's a secret to having a fear-free life. A life that's outside of your comfort zone, where it's fun, exciting, and dream-fulfilling. That life is in the danger zone. Hi, my name is John Melby. I'm a professional airshow pilot, and this podcast will teach you the secrets and the tricks that have a life in the danger zone. Okay, everybody, this is John Melby. I am early on a Saturday morning. I'm driving out to the airport, and I'm going to take my Bonanza, which is a 4-passenger airplane, and it's kind of like a Cadillac. It's got leather interior, and it's just a really cool airplane. And I'm going to take it out and bring some people for some rides. What I did is, at my church, they had a gala event for the women, and the money raised that I offered for 5 rides in my airplane is being used for a really good cause and for charity. I gotta tell you something, it feels good because I've been kind of excited about this. I fly a lot. I'm just used to it's kind of like jumping in your car, and it's no big deal, you know, as we do that every day, getting in our car. But with an airplane, I've been flying for so many years, it doesn't really faze me that much. But I'm excited. I'm excited to go out and do something fun with the airplane and do something for somebody else. You know, as an airshow pilot, I find that it's interesting because, you know, I go out and I do my job and everyone looks at me like I'm crazy, but really I'm not. Well, not as far as you know. And but it's so much fun when you're doing something for somebody else. So today's message or podcast is about that. Like, what are you doing for your life to be able to help other people with the skills that you have? You know, and the funny thing is that you know, you wake up every morning, you do the same thing over and over and over again, and then, but you have something that's kind of unique and something different where you can share it with people, which really helps them. It's a pretty cool thing. So the money that was raised for this charity auction that we did is going for a really good cause at my church. And then the people that won these rides, these 5 rides, it's so cool to watch them because I was up on stage and when the people's names were announced, and they were so excited, and they're not used to doing this. And for the last 2 weeks, when I announced that we'd be doing it on this day, they've just been going crazy. They're just like excited about it. And it's funny because I look at it as just another kind of day, go flying normally, but in this case I'm excited too. And so I'm heading out. I gotta vacuum the airplane because it has popcorn on the floor, because when I fly long distances I like to eat stuff, and so the popcorn falls down because I'm busy flying the airplane, so it's kind of a mess on the floor. But I'll clean that up so they don't see that, and then we're gonna go take off. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off from my airport. I gotta go pick them up at an executive terminal at a little bit larger airport, because I want them to have that experience like they're special and it's something unique. And it's kind of cool because they'll come out to the aircraft and we'll be sitting out there, and they're nervous and they're excited and all these mixed emotions going all over the place. And what I'm can't wait to see the expressions on their face. What's interesting about flying an airplane, if you're not used to it, is all the typical questions like, well, what happens if the engine quits? Or what if we crash? Or whatever. I'm like, well, I don't know. I got like 40 years of flying time, and I haven't had really anything like that ever happen. And so the likelihood of it happening is not that great. Now, what I stated earlier in one of my podcasts is that I had to get my airplane annual inspection completed. And that's required by the FAA, and it's required that you have your aircraft inspected by a mechanic and signed off. So I did that this last week, and I actually finished it yesterday and did a test flight, and everything's okay. And so the airplane's a great airworthiness status. I'm airworthy because I'm in good health and good shape, and these people are going to have to answer these questions. So my technique is to go out and fly. Before I go fly with them, is to sit down and tell them how an airplane flies. So for example, they don't know. They just don't know what they don't know. I mean, why does it even stay afloat? Which is kind of a mystery to me anyway, even though I've got all this experience. I mean, how does an airplane really fly and stay afloat? But I want to explain to them, if we did lose a motor, if the engine did quit, that we can glide. And the airplane glides just like a bird, and you know, I got lots of different options of places we have to land, so I want to explain that to them. Plus, this airplane was built in 1969. although it seems like it was a long time ago, the cool part about that is the metal they used back then, man, it's a lot stronger. It's like the aluminum that goes around the wings, and it's just like real solid aluminum. It's like a big tank. So even if we did have to go in someplace, we're very well protected. And so I don't really like talking about the negative stuff like that, but I got to put them at ease. And I think it's just part of the deal. So anyway, I think one thing that you should really consider, just my piece of advice, knowing what I'm feeling like today, is that I've got this skill and I got this thing that I could share with people. And if it's something of interest and you're an expert at this, or whatever it is that you do, share it with people and take the two-step journey to explain to them. And I don't like pushing this flying stuff on people. I really don't, because it's, I don't know, it's just I just don't like doing that. But if people have an interest and they're excited about something, then share it with them and watch the expression on their face and show them something that they don't know. So here's what I guarantee, I promise you this much, is that at the end of this flight today, they're going to be on social media, they're going to be telling all their friends, and my one little deed today is going to spread out to these 5 people and their spouses that they've had this most amazing experience, and then that carries forward to all the other people they live in. So you, by the one thing that you do, can affect a lot of people. And so I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. And then besides, it's cool out today. I'm wearing a jacket. Normally I don't. And living here in Arizona, I know the people back east are probably thinking, yeah, it's the temperature. It's 46, and I've got a jacket on. If I could have a parka, I'd have that too. But that's what's cool about flying today, because I wanted to go earlier in the morning because it's nice and cold out, and people don't like flying when it's warm. I don't like having them fly either because they get nauseous or sick. But it'll be smooth as silk. It'll be glass, and I'm going to take them out flying. We have a couple of different mountains around here. One's called Superstition Mountains, which always made me laugh, because I'm like, well, what is there, a bunch of black cats and broken glass and stuff up there? But I don't know why they call it that, but it's the Superstition Mountains. And then we're going to fly by that, and then they have a really cool thing. It's a Japanese internment camp from World War II. And if you don't know anything about it, it's kind of interesting that we have this kind of a dark history, I guess, in our country's history, where we took the Japanese right after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and we put them inside these little camps, and they're like prison camps, and they had to leave their homes, and the whole families had to go stay there during the duration of the war. But anyway, it is what it is. And so we have one that's just south of Phoenix, and I'm going to take them flying so they can see what's left of that. It's kind of an interesting thing, because it's a piece of history that from the ground you really can't see it, because it's two-dimensional. Well, it's two-dimensional in the air too, but you get the bigger picture. And so we're going to take them by there, and then by the mountain, and then kind of buzz around a little bit, and whoever's sitting on my right seat, I'm going to show them how to fly the airplane, which is really simple. It's just like a car, kind of, and left and right, and then if you go pull back on the yoke, then it will climb, push forward, you go down, and I'll do all the rest of this stuff. And what's funny is most people, when they get in the cockpit and they look at it, they see all the instruments, and they're like freaking out, because it's like, that's it. I'm like, well, who cares about that? They didn't have that stuff back in World War I, and after World War I, all they had was a couple of instruments. And I'm going to show them the 2 instruments that I really look at most of the time. The rest of that stuff is just there to look pretty, I think. It's guy stuff, because we got instruments to look at. But anyway, I'm excited about this, and it's going to be a really good day. And I think what I'll do is, after I get done, maybe I'll have some posts on this afterwards, because I think it's something special. So for you, moral of the story, take the thing that you have that's really of interest, pass it on to other people, share it. Kind of nice if you can do it for charity too, because you're helping people. So it's a 2-for-1 special. And then other than that, I hope you have a great day. See you, bye. Do you want to learn more about how to live life in a danger zone? My name is John Melby, and I'm a professional airshow pilot. Go to my website at johnmelby.com, and I'll give you a free guide on how to deal with the unknown, along with other resources on how to manage fear in your life to make you a more confident, successful you.